Baby, I'm the gamble of your life. Why you always gotta think twice? We could go at it all night till the morning till you can't even go no more.
How much did you get fined for the
I didn't get fined.
You did not?
Yeah.
What's this week been like for you guys? You come here this offseason with a goal in mind, and now everything's still right in front of you.
It's just another week to prepare for another game. We know what's at stake. We're in the direction we was hoping for,
right,
and everything we work for is, come to light. And we got another opportunity and another week to play for something big.
I can say, man, we're blessed to have this opportunity, man. I tell the guys all the time, we're going to treat this week just like a regular week. You can't overdo it. You just got to go in just like a regular week.
Did you guys envision this would be the impact that you both would have in your first year here?
I thought. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yes, we did. We did envision that this was going to be the things we brought to the table. We always talked about big things and doing big things when they brought us in.
Yeah.
We had a lot of talks with the defense, and we prepared for a lot of stuff this season and this off season. And we always expected to do big things, and we came in, and we're not done yet. But we still plan on doing more better things in the future, near
and we'll
future.
Continue, yes, sir.
You two were the first to bring up brotherhood. And a lot of people credit you guys to this team chemistry, but how much credit do you guys give yourselves for the impact you've made on this team?
Not as much credit. We don't even worry about that. I feel like we just come to work each and every day. The world calls us brothers, so we act like brothers, so we bring the best out of each other, so that carries on around the team also. Everybody feels the same way, so that's why we call it brotherhood.
Yeah, I guess we just lead by example by showing guys they can be themselves. They see how we interact with each other, how we interact with other people, and how much we come in. We're just being ourselves every day, week in and week out. And they see that it's okay to be themselves and go out there and have fun and play at a high level and to produce for the team.
You guys got the players together after that first 49er game. What was the point you wanted to make sure got across?
What was that question again?
When you got the players together for a players meeting after the first Niner game, what was the point you wanted to make sure got across for the final stretch?
What did we do that meet?
Oh, we made sure that we didn't hang our heads low. That everybody, pick their heads up. We come back in and work to, with our heads in the right direction. In the right place. We move in the right direction. That we learn from the mistakes we made in that game.
Yeah.
That we improve on those mistakes and we come out and finish the season strong.
Have you looked at that old tape from the last 49er game and all that this week, and have you seen anything that you can improve on?
Yes, sir. Starting up front, technique being sound. In that game, we felt like a lot of guys were out of their gaps, and that's something we've been working on since then and until now, though. So we're going to continue to work on that and improve and go out here and have a game this weekend. Yeah, big game.
Are you guys underdogs in your mind? Other people are making you underdogs. Are you underdogs in your mind?
We always try to have that underdog approach regardless of what others think. We don't listen to the outside noise or focus on what other people say.
No, we don't.
We always know what we got to do. We got to go in there and we got to work hard. And we got to play our game. We got to play physical and fast, and we got to go out there and play together. And that's what's got us this far. And that's what will continue to get us far in the future.
When you look at tape of teams that have beaten the 49ers, what's the common denominator in those wins for those teams?
We feel like they did a great job up front. Like I was saying, they held their gaps and they were sound. Technique is first. So I feel like going into this game, if we do that and continue to do that, man, we can come out of this game with a W, hopefully.
Most of Garoppolo's bad plays have come when he was pressured. Yeah. How important is it to get him rattled?
Very important, man. Let's go back to starts up front. We're the guys who basically put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and it worked hand in hand, man. If the coverage on the back end is locking those guys down, man, we'll be able to execute and get home up front. So we feel like that's the number one thing.
Yeah, we just have to go in here and not let him get comfortable back there, get in rhythm, and get the ball to his guys. We can't allow him to get – he has a lot of playmakers, a lot of talented guys on that offense. And we got to make sure we apply pressure and don't let him get comfortable throws off or let him get in rhythm or get in the flow of making big plays for his team.
Defensively, there were some struggles midway through the season. When do you feel like you guys kind of got out of that swoon and caught your traction again as a group?
I mean, as the season went on, we got in the flow of things, and we had spurts and times where we played well, and we just had to realize that we had to do it consistency. So we're very critical of ourselves when we watch film. We go in there and see what we need to work on. We go on, we have meetings with the guys, and we all talk, and we see what we need to improve on and focus on for the upcoming week. And it was a reoccurring theme early in the season that we had to play sound. We had to play technique. We had to execute our technique better than the other team. And as the stretch, was going on later in the season, that's what you start to see us executing, us playing at a high level, us being sound with our technique and playing good ball.
Z, how did you hit it off with Aaron Rodgers so well? I mean, he's praised you from the beginning.
Yeah.
Connecting with him. How'd that happen?
Man, I just feel like being myself. I come to work every day to be myself, I know one thing that he mentioned, I think, what was it, right after OTAs? We got together. We did an event across the street, and we brought all the players. We had steaks, we had ribs. We did everything together. And he was like, man, this has never been done before, So I feel like that's what popped it off. But ever since then, man, we became closer and got a chance to know each other outside of football.
Z, how much fun has this been to be you this year? I'm not sure if you're like super popular in Baltimore, but I mean, you get introduced here and the whole crowd's yelling Z. You go to the Bucs game and the crowd goes crazy for you.
Yeah.
What's it been like just on a personal note to, break into the spotlight like that?
Oh man, dream come true, man. I would have never thought of it from coming up. I always thought I was gonna be a basketball player, but that didn't work out for me. And to be able to come out and play football, man, and have this opportunity, I feel like if I give it my all the fans are right behind me. So we've been seeing that lately, man, and this atmosphere has been crazy, man, and I love this fan base, man. One of the best, most definitely.
You talk about how everyone refers to you as the Smith brothers. Mm-hmm. You were obviously good friends before even coming here, but you never played together before. Was there a process of gaining chemistry on the field and knowing how to share the field together since it never happened?
Yeah, most definitely, man. For the people that don't know, I was in junior college and he was already at Mississippi State. And what was that, a 30-minute drive?
Yeah.
About a 30-minute drive. So me not having anything to do in school with Mississippi, to go to Starkville was the one thing that we did, and to get a chance to be with him on and off every other weekend. I really thought I was going to Mississippi State, but my coach from my junior college went to Kentucky, so that's how I ended up there. But when it's all said and done, man, we together now, and that's all that matters now. Smith brothers. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Smith brothers. But it was great, meeting him then, and I kept up with him throughout the process of him going to Kentucky. We played them every year since I was in college. And we beat them every year since I was in college too. But, going in, I always checked on him when I saw him. I always said, like, hey, man, you have a good season. You see guys, like when you play certain teams, you see guys on film. And I saw he was doing good on film. So when we played him after the game, we just talked and I always checked on each other. And then, at the combine, I'm P, he's Z, so we got the same last name, of course. So I'm right in front of him, and we was near each other the whole combine process because of our numbers. So we always talking. We always kept each other going. Like I always tell him, hey, man, good luck on the process. He told me he wished me good luck on the process.
For sure.
Actually, a week.
Let me tell that story.
You want to tell that part? So, we always kept up with each other throughout the process, and then Z's part of the story.
All right, so it's time for free agency, and, he's a high outside linebacker, and I'm one also. So I was telling him, like, man, it would be crazy if we would end up on the same team, and this was, 3 days before signing?
Yeah, 3 days before signing.
Yeah, man, I get the phone call from my agent saying that, you're going to be playing with Preston Smith. I said, what? I said, I just talked to him 2 days ago. So to have this opportunity, man, it's big, man, and we're enjoying every moment of it.
Was it a seamless transition to sharing a defense together, though, once you got on the field? Was that pretty seamless, or was there a process of kind of figuring each other out?
It clicked right away. We already had a chemistry of knowing each other and being cool with each other. So, I mean, it was easy to come in and had that brother-like feel already to just, me to talk to him about stuff and coming to a new place, and he's come to a new place also, and we was already cool with each other. So we talked about a lot of stuff in the transition. If he needed something, we talked about it. If I needed something, we talked about it. If he knew something and I didn't know, we'd talk about it, and vice versa. And then it just made the transition so much smooth that you had somebody that going through it with you, and made the the process a whole lot easier.
For sure. Go back to that, man. That's why this team is so unique now, just because of little stuff like that. I feel like when we come to work every day, man, guys see us and they want to have basically the same type of relationship. So I feel like that's why this team is so close and why we're doing so great right now.
How often do you guys see teams doubling one of you, freeing stuff up for the other guy? I don't know if they doubled Z on that last play of the Seahawks game, but Preston had like a tight end on him. How often do you guys see that kind of stuff happening?
Every game.
Every play.
Every play. You know what I mean? They choose somebody, and they hope to be right, and we just go out there and we play our game, and hopefully we go out there and rush and hope that we're not the guy that's getting doubled or we're getting the protection slid to us, and we just go out there, have fun, do our assignment, and execute. We don't worry about what the other team try to do because eventually they got to single block one of us.
Get double team there, play.
You guys talked about the steps to get to where you ultimately want to go. Now that you're on step 3, how much thought you guys given about you're there to close to the big show, if you like to call it?
What was the last part of it?
How much thought have you given it now that you guys are one step away from the big show?
He remember my step process when I talk about the step process.
I like it. He take notes.
So we going on step 3. You know, we just we on step 3.
Yeah, we're on step 3. You know what? The only thing we can focus on right now is step 3. And worry about this game. You know, Coach talk about it all the time, going 1-0 each and every week. If we focus on next week, if we focus on next week, we probably won't even make it to next week. So we just gonna worry about this one game and going 1-0 this week. That's a good answer.
2 more, please.
Even though your coaches stress communication all the time, Coach Patton, at some point it's got to come within the players, right? Whether you're together on the sidelines, talking about what happened in the last drive,
for sure,
or pre-snap, and you know it becomes crucial. Do you feel there was a turning point that will have you ready for where you need to be for this game Sunday night?
I just feel like we stress that every week about communicating, making sure everybody's on the same page because once we're on the same page, everybody plays at a high level. When you got one guy out there guessing, that might hurt the defense or hurt the team. You know, one guy doesn't know his assignment. That might be the guy that we need to execute the assignment for, the play to work for us. For sure. And so we make sure we stress communication and knowing what's going on. And if you don't know, hurry up and ask. Or everybody has to relay the call. Or everybody has to make sure we know what's going on so we go out there and play at a high level.
Baby, I'm the gamble of your life. Why you always gotta think twice? We could go at it all night till the morning till you can't even go no more. You like it, don't even deny